Well, that's a good way to look at it. That's a positive thing because there are different ways to look at cinema. One is as a mass market entertainment where you go out with a group of people to watch a film in a theater, and that's the traditional way to see a film. And there is something wonderful about seeing a film in public with a crowd. And certain films, like comedies, don't work as well without a crowd. But more and more people are looking. The majority of the revenues now come from home viewing. So that means it doesn't mean you're watching it all by yourself. You might watch it with your wife and kids or your parents or whoever. But fewer and fewer people are watching films together. So, or you might watch it by yourself, which is fine. I like watching films by myself anyway. But it has become partly a home experience as opposed to going out as it was in the old days. But kids go out more than adults do. That's part of the whole problem in a way that as people get older, they tend to stay home more because they have families or they just don't want to go out. And so the people who love going out of the house are kids, and so they go to see the movies. But it is heartening that there still is a market for films, even if it's a bad film like Transformers 2. As they say in Hollywood, when I used to be at Variety, that a popular film is good for everybody because that means they'll make more films. And okay, some of them may be bad, but it's good that people are going to movies anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I wish the quality were better. But the part of the problem too is corporations really control the studios. In the old days, they had corporate bosses in New York, but they tended to be smaller operations, and they weren't big conglomerates usually that controlled the studios. It'd be one company that just had a film company and they had a theater company, and that was about it. But now it's part of some gigantic, octopus kind of corporation, and the people that run the corporations don't particularly care whether the film is good or bad. It's just whether it makes tons of money for them. So I think that's kind of disheartening. But despite it all, some good movies get made every once in a while by determined filmmakers, and that's what keeps us going as film buffs, I think. And that's why I like somebody like a Steven Spielberg. That he has high standards and he manages to get his films made despite the problems that other people have. He's kind of lucky. He once called himself a 900-pound gorilla, and then somebody said now he's maybe a 400-pound gorilla, which is the title of my last chapter. So he's maybe half the gorilla that he used to be, but he's still a very large gorilla,